So Barstool Sports founder Dave Portnoy had to announce on Wednesday that one of their popular hosts, a guy named Ben Mintz, was fired from the company after he said a racial slur accidentally while reading rap lyrics on a live stream earlier this week. So he made the mistake of, he was on a live stream, and he was reading the rap lyrics. And as he went through the rap lyrics, I believe he used the N-word.
Get some yayo, double up, Nick.
Reading rap lyrics. And Barstool's parent company, Penn Entertainment, forced Portnoy to fire him. The entire Barstool team was against this. Barstool CEO Erica Nardini and longtime talent Dan Katz said that he'd made an honest mistake. Mintz tweeted this morning, I made an unforgivable mistake, slipping on air while reading a song lyric. It's not an unforgivable mistake, it's just a normal mistake. I'm sorry. The only thing that makes a mistake unforgivable is when people are unforgiving and jackasses. He clearly...
This is so stupid. It's one of the dumbest cancellations I've ever heard about. Like, you know, here's the thing. I'm not saying I necessarily support any type of cancellation or whatever, but I could at least understand this if he said it in whatever context intentionally, right? But he says it accidentally while reading it, and apparently that's a reason to not just temporarily take him off the show. The response is not just, oh, we caused a little bit of heat, let's take him off for a few days. They don't even let him just do his stupid apology. Hey, guys, I'm so sorry, everyone. They fired him. He's fired. His life is over for accidentally, unintentionally saying the word, okay? With no malice intended, not even any intention intended. And you know what? You know what it reflects, though? Can we be totally honest about this? And maybe I'll get canceled myself for engaging in this debate. Maybe people get mad, but let's just be 100% honest. Everyone deep down knows, and this is not the only example of it, that the entire way society treats the N-word is just stupid and silly. It is. Because on one hand, we say that it's the worst word ever, right? It's worse than blasphemy. Of any single word or phrase you can say in society, it is by far the most cancelable word out there. And yet, on the other hand, it's everywhere in the popular culture, right? It doesn't actually make any sense. So we're told it's this awful, terrible racial slur against black people that can never be uttered. And then on the other hand, black people will just casually refer to it as themselves all the time. It's a cultural thing. It's pretty regular. It's pretty normal. We know about, rap music too as well. And let me honestly point out on that front, what other racial group does that, or what other racial slur out there is like that? You don't really see any other racial group use a slur, towards each other colloquially every day as a label for themselves, and then simultaneously still claim it's super offensive and horrible to use, right? And don't get me wrong, like I might sometimes joke as an Asian, haha, chink, gook, right? But you don't see us go around every single day referring it to ourselves. We don't speak about it colloquially. No other racial group has something like that, okay? Now, if I were to be honest, and again, this is just an honest reflection of culture and the way our social standards are. You can get mad. Am I wrong? No one's wrong. It's true, right? Now, I'll be honest. I personally think that black people should not call themselves and each other the N-word, right? Especially if they want it to be a word that's viewed so bad by society, right? And that's honestly, I don't think it's a word that people should necessarily say, especially, what does it mean? Where does it originate from? I understand why people say you shouldn't use that word. But if you shouldn't use that word, then don't use the word. Right? Because I do understand why it's considered provocative or insulting to, let's just say, go up to a black person and start screaming the N-word at them. I understand. I understand why that's considered offensive, whatever. But when black people go around saying the N-word all the time in a friendly sense, and when it is said all the time in rap music, which is the most popular genre of music in America, then how can we simultaneously look at casual and oftentimes accidental, like in this case, accidental use of the N-word by non-black people as such a horrible, irredeemable thing, or anything that's really that big of a deal, right? It's stupid and it's silly. Because again, I understand not going up to black people and yelling the hard R or whatever, right? I understand why that's considered bad. But when rap culture has made it this common word in the American dialect, right? In most contexts where people get canceled for using it, they're not using it as a slur. They're either A, reading rap lyrics, or B, just talking to each other colloquially in the, street dialect, whatever you would call that. Okay. So if it's gonna be like that, if it's a part of the American dialect, how can we have this attitude where if you accidentally say the word while reading rap lyrics, you have basically committed a crime and your entire life is over? How can you weigh the two together? It doesn't actually make sense. I don't think it makes sense. I don't think it's consistent, and I think it's stupid and it's silly. Because oftentimes, too, what do people get canceled for saying, right, in the context? Like I said, it's usually not that they're even trying to be racist or offensive towards anyone in most cases. Usually, so-and-so is canceled because either A, they have a video on Snapchat, they were singing a rap song, and they said it because it's a word in the song. And if you want rap to be a genre that's listened to by so many people, it's going to be heard if you're saying that word. Or it's like some middle school or high school kid is calling their friends that word because it's culture. In many ways, it's popular culture. And then it gets screenshotted or videotaped and boom, get kicked out of school. Life is over. You can never do anything ever again. And in this case, it's even worse because this person said it as a total accident. Same thing. It came out of your mouth. Life over. Never speak to anyone ever again. You were booted from society. Even though you had no ill intent, we don't care. Your life is over. Is any adult going to seriously look at me and hear that social standard and tell me, yeah, that's normal. Yeah, that actually makes perfect sense. No, it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. It's silly. It's ridiculous. Okay? If you're going to put a word all over popular culture and proliferate it in America's most popular music genre, how are you going to simultaneously again say if you accidentally say the word while reading a rap song, you're fired, you're canceled, your life is over? And I understand why what I'm saying is going to be, oh, hey, whoa, chill out there, Vince. I'm just saying, if you drop all filters of political correctness, which I know is hard to do, I understand why what I'm saying is very politically incorrect. I'm just saying that if we were to be 100% honest adults about this, who would even disagree with what I'm saying? None of it makes any sense. Because again, if it's such a terrible and evil word, then which if you look at the origins of it, you could argue, okay, fine, I get it, I understand. Then why should it be normal for black people to constantly use it so casually all the time either? Why is that also okay? And if they're going to do that, let's say, okay, fine, they want to do it. If they're going to do that, and if rap music is going to do that, can we really have such a visceral reaction when some non-black people accidentally repeat a word that's, again, all over the place in the culture? If you want the word to stop being stigmatized, if you want the word to be stigmatized, that's what I mean, maybe stop saying it so much, right? Because what is you saying it over and over again and what is that? It normalizes it, right? It normalizes the word. And then are we really going to pretend like 99% of people, right? Not me, of course, I've never. But, like most people out there have not at least said the word while singing a rap song. Because that's the other aspect of this. Every time that happens, everyone is like, I can't believe he, in high school was singing blank in Paris and he said it. Are we really, this whole exercise is so ridiculous, right? Again, 99.9% of people out there have done. Of course, never me. I never said it once. But, not most people out there have done that. And probably somewhere, if you dig deep enough into Snapchat memories, have a video of them doing it. And we look at someone who did it in like 9th grade and you revoke their college acceptance, life over. You're never going to be able to do anything. It is silly and ridiculous. And deep down, everyone knows that. Everyone knows it's silly and ridiculous. Everyone would come out and publicly agree with me if they were not all themselves so scared of being canceled for pointing out the obvious. So again, those are the two solutions I present. Either A, we actually do stigmatize the word, which is fine, but it also means rappers should not say it so much in their music. It means even black people should not normalize saying it, right? If it's that bad of a word, if it's that horrible of a word, everyone should stop saying it, not just Black people, not just non-black people, I mean. Or if we want to keep it, then don't stigmatize it, fine, and keep saying it in the rap songs and all that. But you also then have to understand and expect, okay, if you're going to put this word everywhere and make it like such a common word in popular culture, you can't really make a big deal out of it when someone accidentally uses it because it's everywhere, right? Do you understand that? Hey guys, Vince Dao here. Hope you enjoyed that clip from the Vince Dao show. If you did, be sure to leave a like and subscribe if you are new to the channel. And be sure to check out the Vince Dao show live every weeknight here on this channel at 8 p.m. Eastern time. It is a great show. Many are saying this. So leave a like, check out our other clips, and be sure to check out the show. Yeah. God bless.